So a lot of people think that you should just accept everything. If we talking about the apps, if we talking about Uber, we talking about Lyft, or maybe we talking about DoorDash, or what's the other one? DoorDash, Grubhub, Amazon. These apps want you to accept everything. Make no mistake about it. They want you to have 100% acceptance rate. Let's just keep it real. Because if you have 100% acceptance rate, then their customers don't have to wait. Their customers, that's the whole point. See, I know we get caught up on, looking at these apps, looking at the offers and what, yada, yada, yada. But you have to just take a second and just remember from the other point of view. These apps don't care about me and you. All they care about is that when that customer looks at the phone, they see, okay, in terms of rideshare, that the car is like 2 minutes away so that the app can get its money. That's all it's about for them. They don't care. They don't care nothing else about, it might actually take 15 minutes. Oh, this guy has to go through traffic. Oh, he has to make a U-turn, and a dangerous U-turn. They don't care about that. All they care about is that customer sees, okay, there's a car in 2 minutes. That's it. So however they can achieve that is how they're going to do it. Because they want the money. Look, I want to be the first to remind you, you think it's all about the money. For you, like, okay, yeah, well, I want $30 an hour, I want $50 an hour, yeah, I want only $50 rides, I want. That's you. But these apps, they definitely about the money. Look, they are definitely about the money, and what you have to remember is, to them, we as drivers are just earners. We earn them the money because why? That customer is looking at the phone. They see one of us close by, tell the customer, hey, he's 2 minutes away. That customer is then going to pay for that ride. Guess who gets paid? Not me and you at first. It's them. The money goes to them. Then they decide how much they want to give us, yada, yada, yada. So you got to understand, you got to look at it from that perspective. Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Grubhub, Amazon, VHO, Zifty. Well, it's a bunch of different companies. None of these companies care about us as drivers. Why should they? We're contractors. We're not employees of theirs. So you gotta remember that. They don't care. They have no real reason to care. We're not an employee of theirs. We don't have nothing of theirs. Remember, it's our cars that we're driving. We got to pay the insurance on our vehicles. We got to pay the maintenance on our vehicles. We got to pay the tolls on our vehicles. Hell, we got to pay for gas. In my case, as you can see, I'm charging. So we got to pay for all of that out of our pocket. It has nothing to do with our vehicles. The only thing is Uber kind of sort of, they have they do take out a commercial policy on us. They're self-insured or whatever, but that's only when a passenger is in the vehicle. So if there's nobody in our vehicle, Uber has nothing to do with my vehicle. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, what stake do they have in caring about you? For all you know, you're just a number to them. So when they send you offers, they're sending you offers not because it's best for you, not because you're the greatest driver in the world, not because your metrics are so high, oh my gosh, not because you've been on the platform for 5-10 years, oh my gosh, you're an amazing driver, not because you get compliments. Anybody remember when they used to give compliments? You used to see the little compliments down at the bottom, and you would come to your app and be like, oh, look, I remember that guy. He said such and such. They don't do that anymore. Anybody remember those compliments? Because I do. I used to love it. I mean, until you get a bad compliment, it's like, what? Can y'all remove that? No. So unfortunately, you might got that bad comment on your profile for like the rest of history. So, because y'all know people used to say all types of crazy stuff. And it's like, y'all ain't gonna remove that? I thought this was compliments, not complaints. But it's because nobody cares. So some of y'all, I laugh because some of y'all got those complaints that's like right in your row. And I mean, if somebody actually wants to pay attention, it's always gonna be there. It will never be removed. So they see it from it's from 3 years ago, or 4 years ago, or 5 years ago. But whenever somebody actually reads your profile, oh yeah, this guy was addicted to me. What? Excuse me? Yeah, can you pull over right here? I'll get another Uber. It sucks. But remember, Uber doesn't care. They don't care about me and you, like as a person, as an individual, as a human. They don't care. It's all about money. We are earners for them. So when they send you an offer, it's not to earn you. It's not to be super efficient and help you hit your daily goal or help you hit a milestone in terms of being paid. All it is they're sending it to you because they know you're going to take it at the lowest amount. So they can make the most money off of you. That's it. It's not even necessarily that you're the closest. We found that out maybe like last year, 2 years ago. It's not always that you're the closest. You could be way out in Timbuktu and they still send it to you. It's all about how you're earning them the money. If you're willing to take it for $2, but the nearest person is at $7, guess who they're going to send it to? You, because you're taking it at $2. The customer can wait. We already got his money. Right? That's kind of how it goes. Like, if you're gonna take it at $10, but the nearest person is gonna take it at $20, we're gonna go with you. It just is what it is, because ultimately Uber is trying to make the most money off of you and me, and that's just what it is. See, a lot of people get stuck on this fact that, oh, we drive for Uber, oh, we drive for Lyft. You got the stuff all up in the front. You got the tags all across the window. I'm an Uber driver. I'm an Uber driver. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be proud of it, because driving Uber isn't a bad position. I mean, some our passengers look down on us, but it's not a bad position. Just like being a janitor or being a maintenance man, construction, those aren't bad positions. I mean, depending on who you ask, obviously, but it's money. You know what I'm saying? You paying your bills. So I don't think they're bad, but but you should put your chest out just a little bit. Sit up just a little bit taller. But at the end of the day, you're not actually an Uber employee. So Uber has no stake in you. And then on top of that, there's like 15 million other drivers. So all that means is that they can let you go right now, and they got like 5 other people in line. Now I know that there's conversations about drivers quitting and drivers aren't really signing up at the rate that they used to and all of this stuff. Can anybody, if you live in a major city, I'm not talking about, and this is where I get in trouble. I'm not talking about Timbuktu, Ohio. Because, it ain't really much to do in Ohio. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about Timbuktu, Ohio, or way out in I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna try a different state. Way out in Colorado. We not talking about that. We not talking about the tumbleweed in I don't know, the tumbleweeds in Texas. We are talking about a major if you're in a major market, you know, Atlanta, New York, a major market. You guys get it, what a major market is. If you're in a major market and you go out to a light, you know, maybe you drive late at night, maybe you drive during the day, yeah, whatever. If you're at a light and you look around, do you see a bunch of Uber drivers? Because I can tell you, I live in South Florida, and especially at night, because everybody got the little thing in the window. I can guarantee I see like 15 Uber drivers at the light with me. 15 Uber drivers with me. And when I say 15, I mean 15. Like 15. And that's just at that light. Then the next light is like another 20. And then, you know, you turn left and then it's another 20. There's a lot of Uber drivers. So, yes, they're not signing up at the rate that they used to because they're already on the platform. Like, everybody's an Uber driver. Especially with the economy, especially with what's going on. Everybody's an Uber driver. A lot of people are Uber drivers. A lot of people have the profile. A lot of people have the app, or they signed up, you know, years ago. Maybe they don't specifically drive right now, but they signed up in the past. So it's like, overall, me and you, we just numbers. They'll replace us quickly. So, now to the point of the video, right? You got to look at this as a business. You got to look at this as, how can I be the most efficient as possible? Because Uber is not trying to help you in that aspect. You're just an earner. You're earning your money. But this is where I say you're an independent contractor. You are your own business owner. See, if you treat this like an employee and you accept everything, okay, you get what you get. When you accept every ride, yes, I am one of those people that will tell you, if you accept every ride, you're going to know exactly how much you can make in your market. Exactly. Because guess what? You're going to be going through the traffic. You're going to be going through the worst parts. You're going to be going through the good parts. You're going to see everything in your market. And by the end of the day, you're going to take like 100 trips. But by the end of the day, you're going to know your market way better than anybody else. Because you've been through so much during that day. You took everything. So you sat in traffic. You decided you went to the areas where there wasn't traffic. You went to the hood. You went to the good areas. Because that's what happens when you accept everything. There's no rhyme or reason where you're going to go. The app is just going to take you where the pings go. So you're just going to be going like this all day. Which is cool. You're busy. Nothing wrong with being busy. So yeah, you're going to see the market, but you're also going to do a ton of mileage. You also going to, like I said, you're going to be sitting in traffic. Now, if you're in an EV like this, okay, maybe that's fine, but you're still losing money because you're in traffic. You're sitting with one passenger and you're sitting in traffic. But, it's okay. It's okay to be in traffic. That's what we do. Traffic, some people feel like traffic is where you make the money at. I don't. But, yeah, that's some people feel like if you're in traffic, you're making money. So, yeah, you're gonna deal with all of the traffic. You're going to go into the worst areas, the quote-unquote, the hood, the impoverished, the low poverty areas. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go there. You're going to figure out really quickly what those areas are. Because that's where you're going to get the pings. You're going to figure out where the affluent areas. Because, again, if you're accepting everything, you're getting all of that. So it's good to do it if you're in a new area. If you don't really know your market, it's really good to do it. Nobody likes to do it. But it's really good to do it for understanding. Now, once you understand... you shouldn't do that. Because your mileage is going up and up. Now, again, I'm also the person that says mileage is good. I don't care about my mileage because I'm in I rent my vehicles. You guys know. I also use mileage as a tax deduction. But a lot of you guys care about your mileage because you're trying to sell your vehicle or whatever. So, yeah, mileage, you're going to be doing. But the other aspect is if you're running up your mileage, you're running up your maintenance. Unless you're in the EV. And then, yeah, that's debatable. But you're running up your mileage. So, mileage isn't, I gotta give some pushback. Mileage isn't that great. You're running up your mileage. And if you're running up your mileage, you're also running up your gas bill. Or in my case, your charging bill. Because you're doing more miles. So, yeah, if you want to know your market, yes, take everything for a day, couple days. You're going to learn your market way better than anybody else. I can't tell you your market like you're going to learn it. But obviously, this is why I don't accept every offer. Because when you stop accepting 100% of the offers and you start to have a strategy, your trajectory changes. Because, like, okay, so let's say I get a passenger in the back, right? I'm sitting in traffic. That's only one passenger that I could take. Now, yeah, when I complete that, I get paid, but I'm sitting in traffic with that person. That person could be irritable. That person could be a non-tipper. All of the number of reasons. But I can't get paid until I get that person out of the car. So obviously, it makes more sense to get them out of the car as quick as possible. But now on the flip side, if I could get 5 people in the car, I got 5 people that potentially could pay me more because they could tip. They could, they could change the ride, whatever. So you start to be a little bit more efficient. I got 5 people that may not be as irritable, that may be happy, may make my day go faster. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at it from the standpoint of being efficient. I'm trying to make money when I'm out here, not be taken advantage of. But yeah, man, if all of this makes sense, hopefully I earned your subscription. Just hit the subscribe button, man. And if you're in the South Florida market, I'm gonna say South Florida because nobody, y'all don't be hitting the link. You know what I'm saying, from these other places. I try. But join the free Telegram group. Download the app, Telegram, and hit the link below. Other than that, if you got a question, a comment, let me know down below. But yeah, with that being said, I'm out of here. Deuces.